can record for Landon. All right, let's jam. So guys, almost at the end here. I should give you guys a study guide soon here. So this whole chapter is on matrices. And then this whole chapter is something called determinants. Still the same stuff. So now we've kind of reached the second half of our chapter. Go ahead.
When's the test?
Oof, I don't know. We'll have to take a look.
Week after next week.
I think it's by not this coming Monday, the following Monday.
Wait,
I keep forgetting when all my tests are. So I just moved out to university.
That's no problem.
Like the week before spring break, and I'm like, is this I'm so excited. And so I get to take my biology test on Thursday and also turn in my assignments early. It's just so much fun. I really love the fact that we're going to some college that just
All right, let's jam here. So real quick here, we have something called the determinant. What is it? It is a fast way to get the solution to a problem. And then a calculator too. If you brought your calculator, even better. So we're going to learn about this. And finally, 8.5 next week, we're finally going to put all this together. Like, what does this all mean? And why have we doing this? So we'll hopefully do that. So let's jam. So first things first, what in the world is a determinant? Here it is, 8.4, the determinant of a square matrix. And we're going to go from a 2x2 up to a 3x3 up to a 4x4.
Why have we been like doing the full problem this whole time? Do that?
I don't know, just to torture you. That's pretty much it. So we learned what? We learned identity matrix. Identity matrix helped us to do the inverse matrix, right? It was kind of like a stepping stone, right? And we go from there.
He's being productive.
So we'll go for it. The determinant of a 2x2 matrix. Let's do that first. First things first is this. To get the determinant, and again, it's just a process. We're good? And process that turns out to be like, oh, this is so cool. I can do this with it. But we'll do the this on Monday of next week. So what do we do to figure out the determinant is we multiply diagonally down, which is the top left and the bottom right, and we subtract it from multiplying diagonally up. So diagonally down, subtract diagonally up. Gets us some kind of answer. Whoa, sorry. This is, sorry. Now, way better. Okay, we're good. So notation for it is DET, and you got a parentheses A next to it, some other notation for it here. So if you want to talk about notation, then there's one way to write it. The other way to write it is, we're running out of symbols in mathematics, guys. So what we do is we just put two big old bar lines. It is not absolute value, even though it looks like absolute value. So if there's a number inside those two big blocks of columns, that means absolute value. If it's a matrix inside it, it means determinant. Good there. All right, let's jam. I'll let you guys try one.
Oh.
Tell me if you go back. Sorry, go back. And I'll go back. Think you're good? No problem. Okay. Got other people finishing up as well. So here it is. Find the determinant of these three right over here. That one, and this one. Of course, I got to put in a fraction into there. Look at that. And I get to walk around. I'm gonna walk next to Joe.
For no reason.
For no reason whatsoever.
2 cents, just 3. Oh, never mind. I was like, wait, I didn't look at the.
Okay, we got the first one.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So my math's just.
Easy stuff, yeah, determinant of A is just 2 times 2.
Oh, my math's
I
just
think the
terrible.
first
What's
one-
wrong with it? I
one
did
on my
4
got 9.
plus 3 was 9. I did everything right, I just suck. That makes sense.
Multiply
Wait, what's
diagonally
3?
down, subtract diagonally up.
3. Because the division cancels out with the multiplications, then you're stuck. I knew that.
Uh-huh.
I always forget to do that because then it's just like, wait, so you're multiplying a fraction.
I suck.
And let's see, we're just learning about the determinant in this section. We'll actually use it for something in the next.
Oh my gosh, crazy. Love that for us.
Okay, let's see, determinant of A, that's one notation for it. The other notation is just big O lines, right? Okay, so determinant of B. Answer is
0.
2 times 2 minus 4 times 1 and subtract this. So determinant would be 0. Interesting. I can get a positive answer for determinant. I can get a negative answer. Now let's go to the next one. Anybody got the answer for that one?
-3.
Cool, okay. So this one, because it's not absolute value, don't mistake those. 0 in the first beginning, and then it's gonna be 2 times 3 halves in the other one. But you can get negative answers for the determinant. That is absolutely fine.
It's like, what exactly is the determinant?
It's just this little formula. Can't tell you what it is, and then make you like suffer during the whole entire weekend. I figured it out, and I was like,
Shockingly enough, I don't really feel like it'll be any skin off my shoulder. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm thinking about this all weekend.
I probably will not use it. No,
No, I'm gonna be thinking about math. the entire
My
week.
weekend.
I'll totally know it.
Because I don't.
My turn. Yes, we'll just until we
So I'm gonna be continuing
question.
because you just. I don't know.
Yeah, shock.
sure.
Not I'm babysitting this weekend.
So let's,
I can't
yeah,
think
okay,
about
next
that.
thing is, for the determinant, we have to do signs. Okay, sorry, this is for the 2 by 2. Notice that little subtraction sign. See that, what happened? That's no fun. Where's the subtraction? Why do we put a subtraction symbol? Because when we go on to bigger matrices, we have to think of these little signs right here. That's crazy how. So when we get to a 3 by 3 matrix, we have a rule of signs that has to come up. For 2 by 2, we don't have to think about it because we just have that subtraction in the middle, that's all. But now we have 3 by 3 matrix. Here's our little rule of signs. As you go horizontally across, you start with a plus, and you just change signs as you go. So plus minus plus. Since the next row is just going to be a minus plus minus, and you keep on going changing signs. Plus minus plus. So, rule of signs. There's, interestingly enough, there's a rule of signs for stuff that for polynomials. Descartes discovered that. There's, when we play with signs, it gives us different answers. In this case, it gives us a determinant. Okay, so this is a rule of signs. We always think about this as we're trying to figure out the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. So we're going to use this in the next one that we have here. Okay, so 2 by 2 is done. 3 by 3. Let's get a determinant of this guy.
It is so I can multiply it.
Even more fun than that, Noah.
So then do you start from the top left corner and do you add that to 0 and then subtract the first matter as you go down?
Getting close there, yeah. Let's get our, here's our determinant right here. Let's see, 0, 2, 1, 3, negative 1, 2, and 4, 0, 1. And don't forget, this is a rule of science. I'm just put off the side just to remember it. You should have in your notes here. The rule of science just says this right here. What's another question is this? How do you find the determinant of this guy? So
Give up.
Skip.
Next.
All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a row. Doesn't matter what row. But we're gonna pick the first one just to try it. Good. So we're gonna take that little first row and the first piece in the row. So let me do this here. I'm gonna do this highlight. Love highlighting. Okay. In red. I'm gonna take that little red right here. And so I go horizontally. I go from the 0, I go this way, and bless you. I take the 0 as a multiplier. Oh, the sign, huh? Forgot the sign. Sign is a plus sign right over here. Zeros are number because we're going to take the first row across. And then notice the 4 things that are left over. That is going to be our determinant we're going to do in just a little bit here. We're good. Hey, that's from the 2x2 matrix. So it's like determinant stacked upon determinant stacked upon determinant.
So you're multiplying it by that 4.
It's like chopped it
By
up.
the determinant of the 4.
We already know that it's gonna be 0 though.
Yeah, so that's the fun part. Well,
What in the
We'll get
world happens there? How
Uh-huh.
do you get -1, 2, 0, 1?
Sure.
If it was not 0, would it still work if it was 1?
Yeah, we'll just multiply, yeah.
Yeah.
You would just.
Well, yeah, but I was just one.
You just multiply row column.
Yeah, so whatever's left over in this little column, that's the determinant we're gonna do from the 2x2 determinant. Okay.
Zeros and all of it cancel out, and it's same with 3b multiplied by 6.
Uh-huh.
56, 3 times 3, 4. And then add that to the determinant of the 2x2.
Yeah, let me finish this off. Let's see what we get to. Cool. Not done yet. Ready? Because we picked this row right over here.
Oh, stupid.
So next one is, oh, sign comes down as a minus.
Should we just have lines or brackets around the next to the 0?
Oh, yeah. So good question here. Lines or brackets over here. I'm not gonna multiply this by a matrix. If I do this right here, then what I'm saying is I'm gonna multiply the 0 times the matrix of that. We're good? If I do this right here, I'm multiplying times the determinant of that. Good notation. Good question, Abby. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this. I'm using this row right over here, guys. So my next is this right here. I'm picking the 2. I get rid of the row and I get rid of the column. And I'm gonna say my multiplier of 2 of, what's the numbers that are left over?
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 4, and 1. Okay,
So how do you just, can you just choose any of them to do that by? Or like,
that'll be
why?
interesting.
Why did we choose that?
I just chose row 1.
Do we
Okay.
have to do every single number?
Every single number in that row, absolutely.
We have to do every single one.
Yeah.
Not every single row.
Oh, we don't?
No,
Oh,
that's the weird thing about it.
Oh,
So
thank God.
next question.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Gotcha, okay. Let's see, what's my next sign? Sign is plus. My next multiplier, 1.
Oh.
And I move over again, and I move to this one now here. I get rid of this column, I get rid of the row. What's the leftovers? Okay, so now let's finish this off. So we only choose one row to do.
Oh, okay, let's go.
So this one is gone. Why work on something we don't need to? If you want to work it out, just to work it out, but we can just erase this entirely, right? That's gone. We know that's gonna be a multiplier of 0. Who cares at this point, right?
It doesn't matter which row. you
Not
choose.
Joe. Okay,
Does it matter which row you choose?
that's what we'll find out in just a second. Okay, this guy's gone. That's just gonna be big O 0 here. I got -2, and what do we have here? What's the
10.
-8? Okay, cool. Plus 1,
So bad at math, Dave.
what's that gonna be? 0 plus 4, okay. I'll go with that. And what do we have? 10 plus 4? Right over here, let's see, put this together, 0 plus, because it's 3 minus 8, right? So 0 plus 10 plus 4, 14.
No, it'll be -4.
No,
Yeah.
plus-
Because it's 0 minus 4, because it's negative 1 times 4. So
Oh,
it's
you're
0
right.
minus, there's not a negative 4.
Are you talking about right here?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. So this is, yeah, this is 3 times 0 is 0, right? But it's 3 times 0
Oh, then mine, yeah.
minus
Never mind,
a,
I get it.
gotcha, okay.
No.
Okay, cool. 14 is good.
Deprivation is really showing.
Okay, Abby had a question. Does it matter which row you pick? It does not.
Yeah.
So, but you just have to pick one. So we're just gonna verify it real quickly here. I'm gonna chop you guys off right here. So Noah and Violet, this group over here, you guys get to do row 2. We good? Joe, Elika, row 3. And just want to find out if we get the same answer. Now, careful with your rule of signs, right? The reason why we have those rule of signs is when you start row 2, you start off with a negative in row 2. We good?
Oh, I see. Yes.
So give you guys a few minutes here. Try to do that one. So check answers with your neighbor. Make sure you guys get in the same stuff.
One.
Is that a one in the upper right hand corner?
I'm gonna erase that.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Does the, if it's a negative right there, up in the middle, and it's a positive sign, is it a negative or a positive?
No, I think you're asking about this one right here, right?
Yeah, what is-
That one, but with this one still be a minus then. Because you're dealing with that sign.
There's also a chance I get completely wrong.
Did I not fix my mistake? I don't think I fixed my mistake. Okay, you guys talk to me as you guys do it. Do you guys also get a 14?
I'm not quite done.
I don't think that it was.
No, okay. All right, let me fix something real quickly here as you guys are doing that.
Yeah, so I don't.
Oh, wait, that's-
Oh.
Yes, so multiply this one on that.
I do the math.
So it would be like, I think there's 2.
Needs to be
minus-
two.
Yeah, that needs to be 2, not 1, because that's negative 6.
I keep multiplying something like 0 and getting the number, not 0.
That is so funny. Look, I was doing the same thing when I was doing it.
I looked over like twice, like, yeah, 0 times 1 is 1. That makes sense.
Should be.
Okay. What happened? Wait, I thought you were
Or
gonna
negative.
go.
I think
I got
that is
18.
number.
I got minus 10.
Minus 10.
I got 26. Hey, what's happening?
I think these have.
Maybe there's, maybe there's an infinite number of possibilities.
Yeah.
Maybe it's right. Don't burst our bubble.
Yeah, maybe math developed by is all wrong. We just never realized it for the last 70 years.
I got 14.
That's
Thank you. Emil, did you get 14?
This one is gone. So we don't have to worry about that because it's 0. And then
Six.
that's 0. Returns to 6. It's 6.
I messed up.
So what?
Negative.
I don't know. I've done something wrong and I don't know where, because logically everything I've done. Yeah, I got 26. Don't know what I did wrong. I think I did the wrong one.
Let's go with it. Okay, middle row. You guys ready? Let's go. Middle row. Let's take a look at it. or last row? Middle row. Noah, Violet, and everybody else here. What'd you guys get?
That's not right. Each of ours was an even.
Cool, okay.
I
Noah,
got 6 matches. So
is that what you guys got?
Except that's also not 14, so.
All of our math makes
Well, that
sense.
makes it-
My math doesn't make sense.
wrong. I am very
Pretty smart.
smart.
We got
Like
14.
this,
14.
Something happened.
We also got 14, actually.
Oh, yeah. Can you do row three?
You know, makes
Yep.
sense, I'm just-
Row 3.
Just for
So,
no reason. We also
If,
needed-
just in case you did not get 14,
Just-
let's look at row 3.
Oh, oh no.
Maybe I did the signs
Um,
correctly.
So let's go with it. So it'll be a 4. Let me jump to this right here. Let's see. Shred. So as you do the 4, right, you get rid of this right here.
Oh, you still have to subtract when there's a
You're
zero.
so close.
You still have to subtract it when there's a zero.
No, we can get rid of it. That has no effect on it whatsoever afterwards, right?
No, but I mean, if you multiply the 2 and you end up
Oh,
with a
wait,
zero, you still
you were super
subtract.
close.
Oh,
'cause you got
gotcha.
20
I was
plus
so
6, but
close.
this
Yeah,
minus.
fine.
Gotcha, yeah. It's still a minus inside the 2 by 2 determinant, so there's still a negative there.
Oh, I crossed my one out.
Oh, yeah, we'll get.
I didn't realize
Not
that
a
if
4
you,
by
We
4.
won.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Give us a 16.
I didn't realize if you multiplied like 0.
A double double?
one,
Triple.
This isn't in and out. No double double.
Yeah, like 50 times.
Okay, so now we kind of have one little idea here. We get to pick any row we want, right? Because all of them turn out to be 14. Which row, what's some items that you guys think we should think about and looking at as we pick a row?
We're just supposed to put uneven.
If there's zeros in a row, that's easier.
Go for it. If there's zeros in a row, they all cancel out. And why not use the one that has at least the most amount of zeros inside it? So all yours and you more, hold on, do I have a 3 by 3 here? I forgot if I had a 3 by 3. No, forget the 3 by 3. Let's go to a 4 by 4.
That one's funky.
4 by 4 signs still work the same way, but because you have an even number in the row, notice what the signs do. They just go plus, minus, row 1, then the same thing.
Wait,
Plus,
does
minus,
this
plus,
same
minus,
thing work
row
with
2.
uneven matrices?
As long as it's a square matrix, yep. All this works always with
I
square
mean, like,
matrices.
oh, so not like 4 times 5, it would work with that.
Correct, yeah. Has to be a square matrix. Okay, so think of this guys as Russian nesting dolls here. So we have one small nesting doll, which is a determinant, right? The 3 by 3, notice we still had to go back to the determinant, right? So what is a 4 by 4 gonna do? 4 by 4 is gonna be pick a row,
Wait.
get rid of that, go down to a 3 by 3 determinant,
Oh.
and then from a 3 by 3 determinant, go down to a
Really kind of hate that.
2 by 2 determinant.
Oh,
Nice, nice.
Not very aesthetic. but not-
Oh.
So let's see how we can do this here.
That is not what I passed.
So first things first, pick a row. Which row do we want? So here's this one. Oh, can't give you the answers yet. No answers yet. So pick it.
This says 5.
Probably the second.
I thought we were on 3.
Oh, wow.
5, sorry.
Says 3.
We did 2. These guys were, I did 1, right?
Yeah, we did
The
one.
next row was 2, the next row was 3,
I was gonna write this.
and it's still supposed to be 4, huh?
I was gonna write this as 3.
Hold on, guys. Hold on one second here. Let me see. No, it is 4. I did not count correctly here. Okay, copying that down. So now the question is this. Don't need to write this down, but I'm going to bring the signs in just to make sure we have the signs correctly. We good? So bring in the signs from the previous slide. Here it is. There they are from the previous slide. And now the question is which row to choose.
Any of the ones that has, oh, row 3 has 2 zeros.
Perfect.
Under pressure.
Abby, row 3? Row 3, guys. Can you guys, real quick here, can you write out the determinant for row 3? So we're gonna go with this, DET of A You're using row 3, and we're gonna cancel off zeros here. So at least write them out. So write them out, which means, let's see, it's gonna be 0 times the determinant of whatever's left over. So think about what's left over as a determinant.
Like.
So let's see, zeros here. And so row and column gets taken out.
I kind of hate that. It's very aesthetic.
102.
Just make sure your numbers are correct, because that's the next thing that could be a problem. So how about a -2, 3, 0, 1, 0, 2, 4, 0, 2. Awesome. Okay, minus sign. Don't forget the rule of signs. Minus sign, and we move on to the next one. Next one was going to be this 2 here. So I'm going to cross out that column, cross out the row, and all yours to put that together here. So.
Oh, these are funny too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really love that.
You don't even have to write them.
It's actually fine.
I'm gonna go a little bit faster due to time here. So tell me if you guys agree. 1, 3, 0. And the next row is -1, 0, 2, 3, 0, 2. Good there. Okay, next one.
Wait, then do we have to do it for each one of those? For like the 2x2?
Yeah,
All right, yeah.
absolutely. That's why
Oh,
zeros,
no.
zeros are super duper important.
Fast method.
This was made for a calculator.
There has
At least there's 2 zeros though, so we can just cancel those out.
Correct. Yeah, we'll cancel out the zeros in just a second here.
Yeah.
Okay, and last one is, don't forget this rule of signs. This would be a -3, is that right? -3? And that 3 goes away, this row, this column. And how about a negative, oh, sorry, 1, -2, 3, -1, 1, 0, 3, 4, 0. Are we good there? And yes, let's cross out this guy here. And that guy gets crossed out good. So we really need to do these 2 right here.
Do we have to do it 3 times for each of those as well?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Okay. Hi.
So now we break down.
Let's go.
Each assignment.
So I'm gonna do this way. Let's rewrite what we have. And you guys can put enough, as much information as you like, but I'm gonna rewrite all my non-zero determinants here. So here's what I did. I rewrote all this piece on the previous slide. Okay, and at this point, you do have to separate them out. There's no other way to do it besides separating them out. Pick a row, any row you like. And we go from there. I picked row, let's see, I picked row 1.
Yes.
That's just me, because I don't have to deal with zeros. There's a 1 in that row. So on this slide, I did the first one. On the next slide, I did the next one, because it just gets too complicated. So let's just do row. So -2 is the multiplier to this right here. So let's see, I take the 1. My leftovers are 0, 2, 0, 2. Then I take row 2. Oh, remember rule of signs again. Don't forget rule of signs. That should be a what? A -3, right? Rule of signs for 3 by 3 matrices change. And that's canceled. Left with another 1, 3, 2. And this one, last one's a 0. You could just cancel it off as well. And I'm gonna rewrite it out, and I'm gonna just cross it out afterwards here. Just there it is, crossed out. Okay, almost done, guys. Let's go for it here. So -2 is a multiplier to this. Can we do this really quick? In fact, can we do this in our head already?
No.
Yes.
No, not yet. Okay.
-2 times 0 minus
Because 0 times 2 is 0, 0 times 2 is 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 1 times 0 is 0.
So then we
Love it.
cancel out the first and last one.
Uh-huh.
Then.
Times -8.
-2.
6 is -8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it's 24. I was right.
I'm rewriting all the steps, but if you can shorten it, if you can do -2 minus 6 and you say, oh, -8, that's cool. I can put -8 down. Please do. Please shorten up the little process as much as you can. That's zeros in front, so that's kind of nice. That's all zeros. Minus 3 times -8.
So -2 times 24
Then
is
it's
-48.
I hate that. Of all the
24 and -48. Okay, that's for the first one. Okay, you guys get the next one here. First one. So multiplier is a -2, and I did all that pieces over there. And so if you guys want to do the same thing I did, I picked row 2 because I saw the -1, 1, 0.
If you have a positive sign, but the number is already negative, does that number just stay negative?
Mhm.
Okay.
And don't forget your rule of signs for row 2. Also row
There's no way to check.
That's my favorite.
plus, minus, plus, minus, plus,
No,
minus,
no, pleasure.
plus, minus,
Still
plus.
-1.
What is it?
And then that's a 0.
Okay.
I didn't cancel. Oh, I didn't do -3 times that though. Oops.
So.
All right, I'm going to start the next. I'm going to start the next one here. So here's what I need to do.
Probably got it wrong, but we'll find out.
I'm going to pick row 2 right here because of the least amount of multiplication, and I got a 0 in there somewhere too. So -3. Oh, rule of signs here. Don't forget rule of signs. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So my first one's going to be a negative multiplier of -1.
Oh, it's not correct.
Negative of a negative is a positive, right? But negating a positive is give you a negative. All right, and if you do that, let's see if I can do this here real quick here. Row and column go away. I'm left with a -3 times 2 or -3, 2, 4, 0. Getting rid of that. My sign is a positive this time. I got a 1. And get rid of this and this. Got myself 1, 3, 3, 0. And the last one. Last one's just a 0, is that right? Yeah, why do that if I have a 0? We don't care. Whoa. All right, I did it anyways, just kind of do it real quick here, but eventually cross it out anyways, just so it's a 0. Okay, -3 times 1, and this one's going to be -2 times 0, 0, 0 minus 12. Cool. Plus 1.
0 minus 9.
0 minus 9, and then that's just 0 anyways. Bracket that.
-12 plus -9,
-21.
and it's
63.
Woo!
I got 64.
I am not looking for this.
I guess I was back.
Not that many homework questions.
We're basically the best.
Oh, hold on. So let's go.
So no, it's -2 minus 3, so then it's -48. What do we?
Right, -48 was the first one that we did, right? 63 is the next one, and the answer is
I
15.
solved that problem.
I solved that one problem that one time.
Awesome. Okay, we got a minute and a half left. Good.
Why is it
Right.
First try.
Say again?
Why is it addition?
It was addition because
Because I said.
Because it was -2 and negative.
Initially, when we did it, it was a -3 out here. We already did our multiplier to -3. And our -3 multiplier caused it to be a 63 positive. Right, because this piece right
So we
here,
don't look at the previous sign, just the current sign.
if you did not multiply by -3, if you kept the sign here, only multiply by 3, then you would have got a -63. And then it would have been subtracted -63. And then it would have been.
Okay, so what I mean is, we don't look at those signs, we just look at the signs we got as. the
Yeah,
same.
correct. Yeah, as long as you sign. Okay, calculator's out real quick here, and a minute and 10 seconds left. Let's go with it. Can we do it on the calculator? Let's see. Let's do the exact same one that we just did. Let's see if we get 15. So first things first, calculator on, that kind of helps. And we have ourselves a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4x4 matrix. Is that right? Let's go. Let's go to our matrix menu. So Hawkins doing it for the first time. This is good. So second function, go to matrix method right here. And we're going to go to edit. So we're going to wrap across here, edit, and we're going to edit A. And we're going to make this into a 4x4 matrix this time. So 4 times 4. And then we're going to enter all those numbers right there. 1, -2, 3, 0, enter. -1, 1, 0. I'll post the video on the YouTube channel as well. So if you need to go back to it, 0, 2, 0, 3, 3, 4, 0, 2. Okay, we're good. And then second quit.
Yeah, second grade and then math.
And let's go with it. So matrix math. And the first one is determinant. Look at that. Number 1, determinant. And then you go back to the second matrix, you label it A.
My God, that's so hard.
Wow,
What?
that was like 30 seconds, 30 minutes.
Yes.
So look at that.
I'll make sure
All
I
right.
have a calculator with
When
me
you
throughout
do
my
the
life.
entirety of the class, and you just use that calculator.
I'll never do that.
All right, guys, enjoy the weekend. We'll put it all together. Oh yeah, 8.2, leave it as you walk out right over there. How about that?
Later, remind the teacher of the homework.
Thank you, Abby.
Am I on board? All the way over there. Okay, good. I mean, because